All right, welcome. Today, we're diving headfirst into some of the most unbelievable, spectacularly unlucky moments ever caught on camera. You know, those moments that make you think the universe has a very, very strange sense of humor.
Come on, we've all been there, right? You spill your coffee on your shirt, you miss your train by seconds, but the stories we're about to see, they take that feeling and crank it up to a whole new level. Trust me, it's about to get so much worse for these poor folks.
You know, it really feels like in 2026, bad luck didn't just stick around. It got a software update. The source material puts it perfectly. This isn't just your standard issue misfortune anymore. Oh no, this is high-definition, surround sound, technologically advanced bad luck.
So, our first section here is for anyone who's ever thought, well, my day can't possibly get any worse. Spoiler alert, yes, it absolutely can. These are the stories where a totally normal moment just completely implodes.
And to kick things off, we've got two quick stories. Two very different people, but they share one very similar, very unfortunate outcome. A sudden, unwelcome, and pretty disgusting shower from above.
So on the left, you've got a guy just trying to have a peaceful moment outside, a truck full of cows drives by, and one of them decides, you know what? This is the perfect time for a bathroom break. Right onto his face. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Then on the right, this poor kid gets sent out for yogurt in the rain. A car speeds past, hits a puddle, and sends this tidal wave of filthy gutter water all over him. Just two truly unforgettable days for all the wrong reasons.
So picture this construction worker. He's just finished a super long, tough day. He's so excited to go home, you can practically feel it. Freedom is right there. And here's how his day officially ends. He's heading for the stairs, his boot gets caught on something, and all that forward momentum carries him straight into a freshly poured patch of wet concrete. Face first. Not only is his day ruined, he is definitely not going home anytime soon.
The source material for this next one describes the scene as a sight that would make a crocodile start crying real tears. That's how you know it's really bad. So, let's head over to a farm.
We've got a farm worker, and he's cleaning a stable, which is already not the most glamorous job, right? Well, his day gets infinitely worse when a cow with a bit of an upset stomach has let's call it a biological malfunction at the exact worst second. He is covered, head to toe. My guess is a Christmas bonus is probably off the table.
And for our grand finale of workplace disasters, we have two buddies. They're super ambitious, but maybe not so experienced. They decide to pool their talents, or lack thereof, and start their own delivery and installation company. They're ready to conquer the world. And here's their entire business plan, from start to finish. They actually land their first customer. Things are looking up. They're carrying the brand new TV into the house, and then, in this perfect storm of clumsiness, a ladder slips and the TV is just obliterated. Their company was born and went bankrupt on its very first job. That's got to be some kind of world record, right?
Okay, so up until now, the misfortune has been kind of private. Now, we're taking it public. This next section is all about those spectacular fails that happen right in front of a crowd.
Oh, this slide tells such a tragic tale. So after 3 long years of begging his dad, this kid finally gets a brand new bike. For about 60 seconds, he is the king of the neighborhood. Then, he decides to show off with one epic, glorious jump. The result? The bike just shatters into 1,000,000 pieces. The dream died so fast.
And now, a double feature of public humiliation. On the left, a guy's putting on a show for a crowd, doing some impressive stunts, feeling like a total superhero. And then, mid-stunt, his pants fall all the way down. He instantly transforms from Spider-Man to, and I quote the source here, underwear man. Dignity gone. Then on the right, a classic would-be hero. A girl drops her groceries, and this big guy rushes in to save the day, only to slip and go down in this incredibly dramatic heap on the floor. He not only failed to help, he probably needs help himself.
All right, next up, let's talk about the simple act of getting from point A to point B. For most of us, it's just part of the day. For these people, it was an adventure and absolute catastrophic failure.
This is a classic story of creative thinking gone horribly wrong. The bus is packed, so a guy decides he's going to climb in through an open window. Smart, right? Nope. As he's pulling himself up, he rips the entire window frame clean out of the bus. So not only did he not get a seat, he got an injury and, I'm guessing, a very hefty repair bill.
Okay, this one is just bizarre. You've got a mini rickshaw and a huge truck approaching each other. You're expecting a crash, right? But they never even touch. Through what can only be described as combined broken luck, the rickshaw driver flips his vehicle at the exact same time the truck driver swerves and spills his entire cargo. Two totally ruined vehicles, zero contact. It's wild.
Okay, so we've seen the falls, the spills, the pure, uncut bad luck. But that brings us to the last part of our explainer here. Why? Why do we find this stuff so fascinating? Why can't we look away?
It's a really good question, isn't it? Because part of us is cringing in sympathy, but there's another part that just can't help but laugh. So what is going on in our brains when we watch other people have these epic fails?
Well, it really boils down to a few things. First, it's all about perspective. Watching these moments, it makes our own bad days seem a lot more manageable. All of a sudden, spilling your morning coffee doesn't feel so tragic when you compare it to falling face first into wet concrete. There's also that huge sense of relief, that little voice in your head that goes, "Oh, thank goodness that wasn't me." But it's even deeper than that. These moments, they connect us. They're this powerful, hilarious reminder that we're all human. We all mess up. And sometimes, yeah, we all end up covered in gutter water. It's a shared vulnerability that's actually weirdly pretty comforting.
And that's really the big takeaway here. So next time you're having a really bad day, just remember the guy who got a surprise shower from a cow or the business that lasted less than a minute. And hopefully your own problems will feel just a little bit smaller. Thanks for tuning in.